You can never imagine this beautiful model with an enchanting body and blonde hair and red lips. 1 second is on the podium and talk. The next second, but transformed into a very deep cover agent. In her dressing room behind a whole wall is full of all kinds of weapons. M4 long-range carbines, reflex sights, polymer grips, custom triggers, ridiculously fast, with a grappling hook in hand and a range of 30 yards, no corner is out of her reach. Even with this seemingly low-tech product, it is not a simple knife. The only man interested in this knife is a man named Machete, an almost immortal killer. Originally had a girlfriend with great looks and body, but in a mission unfortunately was shot in the head. What's worse, Machete was arrested by the police and sentenced to life imprisonment plus the death penalty. Machete, almost depressed, faced with hanging with the body of immortality, he just stared at the 2 cops in front of him with 2 card eyes dead. Look at the 2 is numb. Just when the 2 sides were confronting each other, the president's phone call let Machete back to freedom. The president had assigned him a mission. It was to kill a terrorist named Marcos. The condition was to expunge all criminal records and make him a legal American citizen. Thinking about his beautiful wife who died at the hands of a mob, a chance to turn a bike into a motorcycle, Machete readily agreed. And he meets up with Anna, a secret agent disguised as a model. Almost fell in front of the beautiful scenery. According to Anna, the man named Marcos is a multiple personality crazy. The only way to get to him is through a female technician named Mary. Armed with a secret weapon that Anna had prepared especially for her, Machete leapt off the plane and went straight to Mary. Sure enough, in this red light district with its many beautiful women, Machete found Mary and jumped out of the window with her. Mary, as Marcos's current wife, Mary, as Marcos's new bodyguard, took Machete to the plane on the pretext that she was her new bodyguard. But halfway to the plane, Marcos's men see through the 2 men's trick. A bullet sent Mary to her death. He also dropped the plane with 2 more shots. But when Machete saw Marcos, now he realized that the man in front of him was far more frightening than a madman, because he actually put the missile starter and his own heart together. Once his heart stops beating, the entire United States will be reduced to ashes. In order to make Machete completely without hope of disarming the device, Marcos also directly triggered the switch's alarm system. The missile would be launched automatically in 24 hours. Machete had no choice. He had to take Marcos with him to see if he could find the Mega to disarm the alarm. And Anna became the only person he could turn to. Have you ever seen such a way of fighting? A woman with her own stainless steel murder weapon shoot wildly at the front. But the cops, are too small capacity, soon ran out of bullets. Seeing the enemy running, the woman continued to show the killing technique. Raise the gun and fire in one go. But recently maybe too much energy, until the weapon smoke also failed to take down the opponent. Finally had to lead a group of women to leave. And they are the female technician Mary's sister group. A sister is bigger than heaven. Mary's tragic death made their chests burning with vengeance. Vowed to kill Machete. And at this time, Machete's life is not good to go. Obviously a human being, but 2 Marcos issued a bounty at a cost of tens of millions of dollars. Whoever can take his own head will get a huge bonus. He's a psychopath. No doubt, this also means that the Machete is obviously here to kill him. At this moment, not only to protect him but also to take him to find the device maker. Disarm the alarm of less than 24 hours. Because of the reward order issued, a number of killers have come out. In a crowd of shrimp and crab, this man stands out. Because he can be male or female, sweet or salty. After each kill, he would take off his mask and put on a new face. The blonde hair and flaming red lips. Even the manicure has been done in advance. After taking off the clothes, just need to rub a hand. From just a black loser to a sexy girl who disappears into the crowd. When she saw the reward order, she immediately went into the business of earning money. The rusty armored car with Machete in the yellow sand staged a proper wave of speed and passion. But finally, because of inattentive driving, loved ones, 2 lines of tears in a 360-degree rotation after the car overturned and fell to the ground. After the removal of obstacles, Machete must now cross the borderline in accordance with Anna's plan. Seeing a wall in front of Machete is also not afraid. With the main character aura attached to randomly open the blind box. Sure enough, they really found a well-digged tunnel to break out, but just out of danger and was forced to release Machete's 2 police officers to a narrow encounter. Just passing by, they will not let go of this great opportunity to earn money. But they messed with the wrong people this time. Before Machete could strike, Marcos was the first to take off a sheriff's arm. When asked, They learned that just a moment ago, Marcos's multiple personalities in the agent personality suddenly awakened. Even Machete, who has seen many big scenes, felt sincere admiration. However, in just a second, a group of people surrounded them. One of the leaders took off Marcos' head in the blink of an eye. Machete fell to the ground as bullets rained down on him. This man is so happy. The women around him are all beautiful. The girlfriend looks like this, but unfortunately she dies as soon as she appears. The contact person looks like this, who is very attentive to him upon meeting. The informant looks like this and would sacrifice himself for him. The man who came to his rescue looked like this. Even if she is blind in one eye, it does not affect her unique sex appeal. The immortal Machete wakes up from a pool of boiling water. The man in front of him called himself Professor Marcos, who also killed him. He also used his amazing skills. He kept Marcos's heart beating. It turns out that the professor's wish was to build a nation in outer space. Marcos was just a pawn. Now the professor is trying to work with Machete, using his cloning technology to create countless undead Machete, not to mention ruling the Earth, but also to rule outer space. Machete doesn't want to do that. Take Marcos' heart and leave. Seeing this guy's obstinacy, the professor was not polite. End up everywhere. High-tech weapons to fight Machete, no room to fight back. But after all, he is the one with the main character script. Machete drove a convertible car to escape from the institute. With the molecular gun stolen from the professor, successfully beat the pursuers to the ground. He escaped in the helicopter of his companion, the one-eyed woman. After confirming safety, Machete calls Anna immediately. Tell her that the professor is the biggest culprit in this terrorist incident. Unbeknownst to her, Anna had already been bribed by the professor. As promised, she arrives at the street location provided by Anna. She had just won the beauty pageant and came out with a crown. Seeing that persuasion is ineffective, Anna turned around and gave the order to kill without mercy. In the nick of time, a big truck blocked their movement. It turned out to be the one-eyed woman's men sensed something was wrong and came to support. The two women went head-to-head in a hail of bullets. But after all, Anna was not outnumbered and escaped. Not willing to be toyed with, Machete slammed on the gas and went after her, jumped on top of Anna's car and stabbed the driver in the head. In the end, she was thrown out of the car. Machete finally returned to the base after a long night of torment, under the care of 3 beautiful doctors to quickly recover their strength. After some deliberation, decided to disguise as a waiter to blend into the professor's lecture. At that moment, the professor was giving an impassioned speech, preparing to take a bunch of rich people on a rocket to outer space. Machete showed up to expose the professor's evil plot to destroy the world, and launched a surprise attack on his buddies. While the scene is in chaos, Machete found the heart, but not yet found a way to disarm the alarm. The professor suddenly appeared, a shot through the heart. The countdown instantly went from 30 minutes to only 5 minutes left. The bomb disposal expert brought in to save Machete was turned into ashes. Machete retreats in search of weapons and prepares to fight the professor, but accidentally found a mask. Now realized that the person who killed his girlfriend was the professor. In order to avenge his girlfriend, Machete this time is willing to give up, using the grappling hook to successfully activate the flamethrower. Deafening screams. The professor's face was burned to a crisp. At the same time, Anna was out there killing people. The poor-eyed girl was completely blinded by her, but she didn't just sit there and wait for death. Instead, she pounced on Anna while she was approaching and shot left and right. The battle between the two women began. Anna slashed through her skirt. She was a king in every way. Just as she picks up the crown and launches a fatal strike, the one-eyed woman heard the sound and successfully completed the counter kill. Anna thus died under the crown she had been seeking all her life. The countdown was about to end. Machete had to get on the rocket that was about to be launched. In the speed of liftoff at the same time, just trip a line to successfully lift the crisis and land. I must say, with the aura of the protagonist has long been more than invincible, so simple. But what he didn't expect was, the president told him, Professor has taken a group of people to outer space. Machete's new mission is to get on a rocket and go after the professor. It looks like the most distant chase in history will continue. It's a blood and hormones movie, beauty and ugly one color strange movie. The whole thing is a lot of nonsense without logic. A variety of nonsensical plot makes the story into a very psychotic. What baffles me more is why the goddess stars will all take this film. Is there some kind of hidden secret? Well, that's it for today's video. Let's see you next time.